Now, what's your name? No, Bubbies, what's your name?
Is your mom cranky, Jay?
It's Alex.
Yeah. Why am I cranky?
Because you need more carbs.
Okay guys, so it was shoulder day, I think last Saturday, which was September 20th, at 3 weeks out, and from my San Francisco Championships NPC bikini competition. I worked out with my husband, so try and look to him for like proper form. Here you'll see like my chest kind of flare out, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but what I'm trying to focus on, especially after watching these videos and my husband cueing me on my squats and stuff, is that I need to stop arching my back so much, because I tend to do that a lot, extend my back in squats and deadlifts and other lifts, and I have back fatigue as is, and so that just makes it worse. So I really need to really straighten my spine instead of, you know, hyperextend it. So something that I'm working on, keeping my core tighter during lifts, really important, and I feel like it really helps. We just need to like stabilize our cores so that we can just push through the muscle that we're trying to work on. So that's something that I'm trying to work on. And started with the Smith machine shoulder press, moved on to the dumbbell shoulder press, both of which I think work the front and side delt. And then we moved on to the Arnold press after this, the one where you have it in front of your face and like kind of twist it up, and we supersetted that with lateral raises. And that really helped me feel the burn. I usually like to start with dumbbell press, but since we started with the Smith machine press, I was already a little bit more fatigued than I usually am. So, I don't know, I'd rather not. I'm just like a creature of habit. I do the same thing all the time in the gym. I'm not sure how people get results by switching things up all the time because it's hard to track your progress. So if I do the same thing in the gym all the time, but I'm going up in reps or up in sets or up in weight, things like that, I can monitor it better. Also, I know that I'm burning about the same amount of calories every week, and that way I can track my cut a little bit better, even though I don't know exactly how much I'm losing because I don't have like a watch that would monitor that or anything like that. They have like this really cool new Apple Watch that is pretty awesome, but I just think I don't want to be, I'm already thinking about what I'm eating and stuff enough. I don't want it, I don't know, I'm not ready for all that. I'm kind of like, not anti-technology, just, you know, I'm just kind of a little resistant to change. Resistive. So anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, if you're doing the same thing all the time, you know you're burning about the same calories every week. And then if you're eating about the same thing every week, you know, you can just track things better and know how your body's responding, you know, to your workouts and changes and to your diet changes if you're only changing 1 or 2 factors, you know, between activity and diet. So yeah, so here's when we superset the lateral raises, and then you'll see my husband do it. Up after my husband is, well, actually he's the first clip of it, but they're dumbbell, I called them like bent over, you know, rear delt flies or something like that. That's my made up name. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but it's to help work the rear delt. I don't really like it, and you'll see me do like it for a couple of seconds, but you want to make sure that you're not like rocking or swaying or anything like that, not using too much momentum when you do it. And what else? Okay. Just staying, I just feel like there's too much twisting going on, just trying to stabilize, and I just prefer to do rear delt work with the cable, which I do face pulls, and then I do standing rear delt pulls, which you have your hand in front of your face and you pull it out to the side, and you keep your, you know, your forearm facing down, and your elbow up, and really just think about pulling with that rear delt. It's kind of a funny muscle to work out, So this is what I'm talking about right here, which is why I started talking about it early, because, I don't know, it took me a while to mention it. My husband just seems, he's just a lot more solid and stable than I am. Yeah, it's just really awkward, and I feel like I have to go light to get it right, and I feel like I could go heavier, but it's something to work on, I guess. I used to do them a lot more, but I don't. There's also another way to do it where you just bend your elbow. It's a little bit easier, but you want to keep your forearm kind of, you know, just at like a, you want to keep your elbow at a right angle if you do this. Here, you're leading with your hand, but the other one you would lead more with your elbow. But see how I'm kind of twisting, and I don't know, it's not my favorite. But face pulls, I like those, but I do really have to focus on the actual muscle that I'm working on. Otherwise, you could easily make it like you're working your back, your biceps, your forearms, you know, so you really have to make sure that you're not isolating, you have to really make sure you're focusing on that muscle because it's a compound movement. Let's see. Yeah, so that about sums up that. You guys, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about like music in the background of my videos and things. I don't really know what other people are doing on YouTube channels, but you'll get flagged for copyright and they'll mute your video, and that's not fun, or viewers will only be able to watch it on their computers. So that's kind of lame, because I know everybody's using their phones for everything. And then that just little flash of words, I'll make that longer. By the time you see it, it'll be longer. But that's just, you know, bits and pieces of my workout that we didn't videotape. I just want you to have everything that I did. And that about sums it up. So I will see you next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it gave you some ideas maybe. And see you next time.
Inflammation station.